Hello everyone, Mystical Arcane here. I know, you're all expecting some video. Well, here's the video. So, Blake and Adam, Blake versus Adam. And Yang's also here. In fact, Yang is going to be the main attraction in a little bit. But this is a fight in RWBY Volume 6. And it's disgusting. So, let me break it down for you. Here, in this scene you are watching, Blake is fighting Adam. Now, take note, Adam had just finished lunging. He is now in this position. He is so open. The next frame, he's so open that he can barely do anything to defend himself. The next few frames, Blake twists around, doesn't even try attacking him, despite how much vulnerable he is. And he just starts fucking doing hops. He hops instead of attacks. So not only is this completely different from what we know of Adam. Adam does not fight like this. Adam is not this stupid, this reckless, this utterly trash. But, so, Adam basically delivers a heavy blow that should have been punished, like by a kick, because he could react to the sword swinging given where it was when Blake had tried deflecting the heavy blow. At that point, she should have just gave him a good old kick to the chest. He wouldn't have been able to react and he'd be pushed back. However, instead, he just lets her twirl around. She could have just carved right through that chest of his. If they didn't have aura, it'd still do some damage. In fact, that's what she should have done. These are experienced fighters, one of them, Adam, much. The next frame, he's so open that he can barely do anything to defend himself. The next few frames, Blake twists around, doesn't even try attacking him, despite how much vulnerable he is. And he just starts fucking doing hops. He hops instead of attacks. So not only is this completely different from what we know of Adam. Adam does not fight like this. Adam is not this stupid, this reckless, this utterly trash. But, so, Adam basically delivers a heavy blow that should have been punished, like by a kick, because he could react to the sword swinging given where it was when Blake, after Blake had had tried deflecting the heavy blow. At that point, she should have just gave him a good old kick to the chest. He wouldn't have been able to react and he'd be pushed back. However, instead, he just lets her twirl around. She could have just carved right through that chest of his. If they didn't have aura, it'd still do some damage. In fact, that's what she should have done. These are experienced fighters, one of them, Adam, much more experienced than the other. But neither of them do that, so instead, Adam does a hop overhead. She could just, like, straight up uppercut this man with her blade, drag straight to the chin. He would barely be able to do anything. Instead, she leaps away like an idiot, and if you're looking at frame data, her neck elongates like a giraffe. But yeah, so he just swings down onto a place that nobody's inhabiting, while she leaps back over to deliver an attack, which I don't even know how. She misses the attack. It doesn't even strike him, and he strikes out where the blade is, but the blade should have carved right through him. Like, where he blocked is irrelevant, because the blade is swinging into a direction his blade does not block. So, he should have been hit here, but, well, actually, realistically, if we were using Adam without all the bullshit nerfs he had to go through, he would have just dominated her. He'd twist and grab her by the blade with his aura and then beat the ever-living shit out of her. That'd be what normally would happen. But, let's continue on. So, because of what her stupidity had cost her and bullshit, she gets spanked in the ass by his blade. And then he seeks to impale her. He could have just, like, wrapped his arm around her and just started wailing on her head. But, she delivers a kick to his chin. You can already tell this is utterly atrocious. This is a type of shit that would make you look in awe of how garbage it was. Nobody fights like these people. Even drunk people who think they know how to fight do not fight like this retardation. If they had a blade, they would just be swinging the blade recklessly. They wouldn't be leaping at other people, jumping the air, delivering, like this is a video game, delivering, like, combos. Or trying to. Or spanking somebody's ass with the sword mid-fight. But that's just how Ruby is. So, Blake and Adam have a heart-to-heart. And then they fight again, right? However, you all know how it's gonna be. Adam doesn't even strike towards Blake. Also, I'm not sure that's how you hold a sword. His arm looks a bit weird. His arm looks like he's holding the sword in a reverse grip as he's swinging it down. But, that isn't how you're supposed to swing the sword from that angle. But we'll just say it's an honest mistake. He doesn't even aim towards her. He swings straight at the blade. Her defense is utter garbage. Alright, if you want to know why, it's because Adam could just twist the blade and strike at her neck, or chin, or face. All he needs to do is change the angle a little bit and swing down, and it'll come into contact with her face. She obviously doesn't really care, and so Adam just does that, and then he throws his sword up after doing that to catch it as she does some acrobats in the air, and he just blocks with the sword that he just tossed up to grab mid combat. And now he twirls around, I don't know why, and he's doing his Yato strike. And Blake just, like, backflips. I'm not sure why she just backflips, or why Adam doesn't react into the obvious backflip and just aim a little bit up. Which would have impacted her straight on. So she does a backflip, and then she just, like, preaches up into the sky using her Shadow Clone Jutsu, right? Because Blake is cool like that, she pulls out her pistol. And just gets fucking nailed in the noggin. Pow! You can see the instant she get hit, she like, ah! Ooh! And then boom! Pow! The sword cuts through her hair. Somehow the blade returns to Adam. I think it has magnetic properties. Anyways, that's all in the first minute. And I've already got, like, 7 minutes worth of commentary. Just from that alone. That is utterly ridiculous. But yeah, Blake here should be dead multiple times over. Adam here should be dead, like, maybe twice. Thank you guys for watching. Mystical Arcane out. I'm gonna probably do a few more videos of commentary on this bullshit. Stay tuned.
Hey, waiting to get right, only leave you left behind. Up goes the early bird soaring down. Scrounge around for whatever worms might be obtainable. Never knew who flew about theirs first. So what's available, not a lot it seems. What you gonna do for it? Anything all means. Type of dedication you gotta have as you're blazing the path. Never know who trailing, you're hoping to get familiar with the ways and the things that we do. Ball hard and hold everyone who accountable. Speaking up, stack it up till it's